What's going on, guys? Kenya up next in the building. Today we're going to be talking about why you should face your pain. So if you ever been abused as a kid, you've been through pain from childhood, you've been through abuse as a kid, whatever pain that you've been through, I'm here to tell you that you should never ignore pain. Because if you ignore emotional pain, not only you will never be happy, and it will block everything from your life. So if you've been through whatever you've been through, heartbreak, could be any type of trauma that you've been through, you have to face that trauma. Because if you don't, you're never going to be happy anyways. So you have to face your pain. And a lot of times you might be afraid of it because it might be like a monster that you can't look at, right? Eckhart Tolle calls it the emotional pain body. So you have to learn how to process your old emotions, right? Your old emotional pain. Because if you don't do that, not only you will just keep being triggered back to back, and it will just keep re-happening, I should say. That's not even really a word, but it will just keep going back and forth into your life. For a very long time, I was stuck in my life. I was broke, miserable, and just depressed. I was in a very low state because I kept ignoring how I feel. You should never ignore how you feel, no matter how bad it hurts. Because most of us, we want to feel good all of the time. We don't want to experience pain, but life is just not like that, right? We all encounter pain, and we all deal with trauma. A lot of things happen to everybody. Everybody have problems and challenges in life. Like, pain is just a part of life. I'm pretty sure everybody has been through suffering in some way, shape, or form. Some much more than others, and some less than others, but you have to face your pain, right? At the same time, it exists for a reason, because the world that we live in, we have positive and negative, right? We have to deal with the negativity from the world, from the news, from the media, in the streets, from other people at work, things like that. So you have to face your pain. I'm here to tell you that, because if you don't, like, majority of the reasons why people don't feel good enough and they have insecurities and, wanting to be comparing themselves to other people, wanting to be like other people, jealousy, envy, negativity, all of that comes from emotional pain in some way. When you boil it all down, it all comes from some type of insecurity. Insecurity is not feeling good enough about yourself. So the key word is not feeling good enough. Feeling good enough. The reason why you don't feel good enough is because you have some form of emotional pain that's blocking you from feeling worthy and from feeling good enough. Because naturally, everybody should feel worthy naturally because of the being that's inside of them, right? Everybody is searching for who they are. For a very long time, I didn't know who I was. And that's part of the reason why my life was the way it was, because I was just lost and depressed and I didn't really know what to do, So if you have to talk to somebody, don't hold it in like I did. It took me a long time for me to realize it, but at the same time, it was kind of my fault for me ignoring how I feel. I wish I would have known better as a child how to process my emotions. And the reason why a lot of people have emotional pain built inside of them, trapped emotions, is because they didn't learn how to process their emotions as a pain. So whenever you go through emotional pain, if you drink alcohol, smoke weed, watch TV, masturbate, whatever, right? The more you run away from pain and the more you run away from how you feel, it'll build up as trapped emotions inside of your body, and you'll have to deal with it later on. It'll be known as the emotional pain body. It's like a energy that's stuck inside of your body that's gonna cause you a lot of pain. And mine was very strong. I'm definitely not proud of it, but I've went through things as a child that I had forgotten about, to be honest with you. Pretty much all my life, it's like I wasn't even there. It was just emotional pain flowing through me back to back. And I had to learn the hard way, and it cost me a lot. So my advice to anybody, man, if you ever been through a pain, if you ever been through hardships, if you ever been through emotional pain as a child, trauma, whatever it is, heartbreak, never ignore it. Of course, I know it's easier said than done. Some people might not be ready to face it at that time, but it's not gonna, even if you ignore it or avoid it, it's not gonna change the fact that it's there. And that's the problem. So you really have to learn to face your pain. And how do you do that? Well, you have to go into it. You have to let go. You have to release tension from your body. So anytime you have emotional pain or you have something that hurts you, it could be a heartbreak, like I said, any type of pain, even jealousy. And so when you feel that emotional pain, first thing first is take a deep breath. That's number one. Number two, you have to bring your attention into your body, right? You could move your hands, move your feet, move your body. Bring your attention and your awareness into your body. That's how to handle emotional pain. Bring your awareness and your attention into your body. That's going to be the title of this video, how to handle emotional pain. So bring that awareness into your body. Let go of tension, right? The tension is like the tightness in your body. And don't fight the emotional pain that you're feeling. And it's going to be very difficult, but you're going to have to do it, right? If you have emotional pain, and this is pretty much for life, anytime you encounter pain, right, the first thing you should do, it's going to take time. A lot of people, it's going to take time for them to process. I get it. But when you're ready, you're going to have to do this process regardless. So bring the attention into your body. Let go of tension. You're just going to focus. You're going to feel the tension, the tightness. And you're going to focus on relaxing that tightness. And you're going to have to do this a lot, most likely. Especially if you guys have been dealing with emotional pain for a very long time. It's going to be very difficult and very painful. But you're going to have to do it. That's what I learned along my journey. I'm just sharing with you guys what I've learned. Shout out to Mike Chang. He definitely helped me along my journey. And Eckhart Tolle as well. So, pain is just a different form of energy. That's all, right? It's just the energy form. So, and it will create thoughts into your mind as well. But the thoughts is not really the most important part, right? The thoughts can feed the pain. And the pain will feed the thoughts. It's like a vicious circle. So the pain feed the thoughts. The pain create the thoughts. The thoughts feed the pain. So you really have to, whenever you're dealing with emotional pain, you're going to have a lot of thoughts, of course. That's going to be torturing you. But learn how to detach from your mind and take your attention away from your pain. I mean, not from your pain, but take your attention away from your mind. So whenever you have emotional pain, you're going to have a lot of thoughts. So what you want to do is bring your attention back into the present moment. Preferably bring it into your body, because your body feels and your mind thinks. So that's what your mind does. Your mind produces thoughts, right? It does other things as well, but that's the main component of your mind, to create thoughts. Your body feels, right? Everything is vibration. Your body holds a specific frequency. And by you just having the emotional pain inside of you, and by you not facing it, it's going to torture you, right? So you have to learn how to deal with that emotional pain and to really learn how to process it. So this is a quick video, guys. This is how to handle emotional pain and how to process emotional pain. Like I said, you definitely don't want to avoid it. Some of you might not be ready to face it at that time. But eventually, there'll come a point at a time, because it's just going to keep happening again and again. And the more pain that you feel, it's going to attract more. It's going to attract more and more into your life until you learn how to face it and do something about it.